Once upon a time, a teacher and his disciple both reached an unknown city. After reaching there, he saw that everything was available very cheaply in that city and everyone's prices were the same. That means whether you buy 1 kilo of vegetables or 1 kilo of gold for 1 taka, the price was the same. There was no difference at all in it. Seeing the atmosphere there, the disciple became very happy. It seemed as if he was having fun now. Now he started liking the atmosphere there very much, but his guru did not like this at all. He told his disciple that it is not right for Vatsa to stay here for long. The king here is a complete fool, and in his rule, donkeys and horses, i.e., intelligent and foolish people, are all considered equal. That is, this is a city of fools. If the king here says so, then day is considered night, and night is considered day. Therefore, we should soon leave this city and go somewhere else. If we stay here, we could get into trouble any time. The disciple did not like this statement of the guru. He said, "Guruji, I don't think anything like that. Still, if you want to go, then go. I want to stay here now." Guruji tried to convince his disciple to accept his words and go with him to another place, but the disciple did not listen to his guru. Now Guruji decided to go alone, and while leaving he said to his disciple, "Look, Vatsa, now as you wish. Still, take care of yourself, and if you ever face any trouble, remember me at least once. I will come to help you at that very moment." And saying this, Guruji left from there alone. Now the disciple started living alone happily, and after eating a lot, he became fat in a few days. Now one day suddenly, there was heavy rain, due to which the wall of a house broke and a goat died after getting buried under it. Now the owner of the goat complained to the king there. When the king called the goat's owner, he said that his goat died due to the collapse of the neighbor's wall. So the king called his neighbor and asked him, "Look, a goat has died due to the collapse of your wall. Now its punishment is death." Hearing this, the man got scared and said, "No, Raja Sahib, there is no fault of mine in this. Actually, all this is the fault of the artisan who chose that wall. Perhaps he might not have built the wall properly, and that is why it fell due to the rain." So the king called that artisan also and said to him, "Look what a poor wall you have chosen, which collapsed in a single rain and caused the death of a goat. Therefore, now I sentence you to death." Hearing this, the artisan became very nervous and said, "Maharaj, there is no fault of mine in this because I had chosen that wall with complete honesty. Now this could be the shortcomings of the person who prepared the wall masala at that time. Looks like he might not have prepared the masala properly. If he had worked with complete honesty, that goat would have been alive today." Now the king also called that person in the court and said to him, "Look what a bad job you have done. You did not even prepare the mortar properly for picking that wall. You have committed sheer theft. So now you are given death sentence." Hearing this, the man cried a lot and pleaded with the king to spare his life, but the king remained firm on his decision. Now the noose for hanging started being prepared. When the man was about to be hanged, the noose remained loose around his neck. That means the noose had become a little bigger. What should be done now because the noose has become a little bigger? Still, the hanging had to be done in any case, even if someone else had to do it. For this, a search was started for such a person around whose neck the noose could fit. Now the king's soldiers, searching for such a person, reached the same disciple's house. He caught that disciple, and when he measured his neck, the noose fit perfectly. Now the soldiers brought that disciple and started preparing to hang him. Seeing this, the disciple became very nervous. He pleaded with the king to spare his life because he had not committed any crime. But the king did not listen to him either and said to the disciple, "Look, young man, we have ordered death sentence for someone else, but this noose is very loose around his neck. That's why in return, you are now being hanged. Now I cannot take back my order. Therefore, someone will have to swing on this noose." Now the disciple became very scared because he could see death right in front of him. Then he remembered his guru's words, and he remembered his guru in his mind. After this, his guru reached the king's court and said, "O Vatsa, It is a matter of great fortune for you that you are dying at a time when such a situation is forming, when the person about to die meets God directly. That means he gets a place in heaven and he gets salvation forever. Hearing this, the king said, "It is Guruvar. If it is so, then I will be hanged myself." Then he ordered the soldiers to hang him and not that young man. After this, the king was quickly hanged. And thus, a foolish king was killed by his own foolishness.